LFC here in the 4-3-4. First off, Happy New Year. The last time I talked to you guys, it was a draw at Ellen Road against Leeds. This time, we're talking about a draw at Anfield. This one feels a little different. We kind of gave that game away. When we played them in Ellen Road, it was 3-3. We had a 2-goal lead. We blew it at the end. Today, we just never got into the game. They literally started the game with their best two attackers on the bench, basically already looking to Man United at the weekend, kind of set up to play us for a draw, and we let them. There's a play at the beginning of the game where Hugo gets fouled. He doesn't go down. Fair play to Hugo. Good on him. The game needs more of that. But unfortunately, the refs aren't going to give it unless you go down, and that's just a travesty. But with that said, if that's what it takes to beat Leeds at home, then shame on you. Frimpong looked good. He had some good balls into the box. One that you absolutely bet your paycheck that Ekekite is going to finish. He gets the header wrong, completely shoots it off almost behind him. And then after that, we just couldn't do anything. We couldn't get the ball in the box. We couldn't beat the low block. And that seems to be a common theme this season. Second half, more of the same. The subs were wrong. Gakpo, Kirkez, they come in. They don't look good. You know immediately what Gakpo wants to do. Comes in, gets on his right foot, immediately has a shot blocked. Very frustrating. Kirkez wasn't good. McAllister wasn't bad, but really couldn't influence the game. Honestly, the best sub of the lot was Ngamoa. He at least looked lively. He was at least trying to beat guys one-on-one. And against a low block, that's what you need. Some sort of individual creativity. Go at your guy, beat your guy, and do something. We look like a team that doesn't have identity. Anfield is so quiet. I think they're bored to death at what they're seeing right now. They see a team with no identity. They see a team that passes from side to side rather than being brave and going forward. Now look, I know we've had our issues at defending and being open to the counter, and that's not great. But today isn't the answer either. When you play a newly promoted Leeds at home, New Year's Day, you have all of the ball, you have 19 shots, and you can only get 4 on target, and they have their best attackers sitting on the bench waiting for United at the weekend. You've got to score. They don't want to score. They want to play 0-0 ball. Under Arna, we seem to really struggle at figuring out who we are, what kind of game we want to play. Do we want to play fast? Do we want to play slow? One thing that really stands out to me is that we've lost the press. Diaz was really important to that. You sell a guy who has 2 really important traits that your team lacks without him. And that's taking on defenders 1v1, and that's pressing without the ball. And when you don't go out there and replace him, or you replace him with a traditional number 9, we're just so bad at pressing without the ball. Well, another thing is you have a guy like Wirtz. Wirtz really struggled today. But you have a guy like Wirtz. He's very creative. He links up everybody. When you don't play him as a 10, he goes missing. He doesn't get the ball enough. He seems to need that to have the connectability with the other guys. Today, he did not have that. I think that Arna gets it wrong when he plays Wirtz out wide and Dom in the middle. I love Dom. He's been a player of the season. Probably should be our captain at this point in time, but not as creative as a guy like Wirtz. You bought him to be creative. Put him in his position. Let him play behind the attackers, the main threat, and let him cook. When you put him out wide, he's not going to press for you like we need him to, and we don't get him the ball enough. We've got to figure out how to beat the low block. I think that Frimpong showed you something today, especially against teams that are literally just going to sit there and absorb pressure. He can beat his man on the wing, and he'll put balls into dangerous areas. But we've got to get back to the press. We've got to get back to collectively trying to win the ball up the field as deep as we possibly can, put teams under pressure so that they don't get to set up that block. It looks as though Arna tells them, hey, go out there and press, but there's no collectability about it. There's no team. It's just 3 or 4 dudes running at guys aimlessly. It's not going to work. What do you think our issues are? Can we solve it? It is January. The transfer window is open. Do you think Liverpool are going to do anything in the transfer window? Let us know what you think about the game. Drop a comment below. Hit that like button and subscribe. See you soon.